Yeah, I always have a goal. I'm trying to play at the next level, and I knew I was going to have to come back to give myself a better chance. So it's kind of a no-brainer to me, and I love this team, and another year is always good, regardless of the outcome.
Steph, I saw on Twitter you wrote something along the lines of like you're all counting me out or something like that. How motivated are you? How much do you feel like you have to prove, in your final year here?
Man, I'm here to play. I'm not really worried about nobody else right now. I just want to go out, play my best ball, and be able to have fun and let it all loose. If this is the last year I ever play football, I want to make sure I have no regrets. Hopefully not, but I'm ready to go out there and let it all loose.
What does motivate you then?
You said what does?
Yeah.
I mean, I love the game. I don't play this game for anything else than the fact that it's fun to me. I love it. And so just my love for the game, my love to be out there with my teammates, that just motivates me to just keep going.
If you want to play football at the next level, what do you got to do over the next year to get there? What kind of strategy have you come up with to get better?
Yeah, man, I want to work on my speed for sure. Last year I was real focused on my weight. This year I really want to focus on my speed, my quickness, my acceleration, and, continue to get that connection with Taylor. We've been doing good, keeping up and throwing as much as we can. And I just want to be able to come out and play my best ball regardless.
The connection with Taylor and the fact that Taylor is here, what kind of role did that play in terms of him being a quarterback and the relationship you have with him?
Taylor's my dog, man. It's a Texas guy for one, so we get each other, man. When I go back home, we try to throw. I see him when I'm back home. So that relationship, man, it's like all the other relationships, man. It's just one I'll hold forever, regardless of, anything. That's gonna be a brother forever.
It could be a very crowded wide receiver room. Is it possible for one guy to stand out, or are you guys going into this mentality of let's just all be equal across the board?
I mean, I'm not going to mentality worried about none of that, man. I'm worried about, making sure I'm able to do my best and able to put, everything on the line for, my team and myself. So, I mean, as far as, the stats or all the other stuff, man, I'm not worried about that. I just want to be able to play my best right now.
You see what Taylor did last year? You got your backs back, your receivers. I mean, how good could this offense be next year?
I mean, it could be really good. I mean, like I said, it just all comes down to, everybody just putting in that work, really. It comes down to myself doing all I can right now, Taylor getting the connections with all the receivers and just making sure we're getting everything rolling. I mean, we have a new offense coming up, so we got to get in our playbooks, make sure, we're getting all squared away and good with that. And so, it's like every year, man. It's time to work right now, and, we'll figure everything out as we go on with our journey.
What's it like learning a new offense? Take us through that process.
I mean, it's going to be the third offense out to learn. I mean, it all starts with the basics. You want to make sure you know the foundation, formations, the structure, how everything is going. And then, kind of with that, I mean, it kind of just sticks with you. Me personally, how I learn. I got to walk through this stuff. So we went and line up formations, learn new formations. We'll go and do, learn the new motions or whatever new is. We go and do it physically. And that's kind of how it sticks with me. Everybody has their own process. But me personally, that's how I do it.
What have you learned so far about Bush Hamden's offensive philosophy?
That he tries to be explosive every play. I mean, there's not really a play or a time where he's just trying to get, a small amount of yards. He's trying to make something happen. And I like that about it, the way he talks, the way he has trust in us. So, I mean, we're here to make big plays and make things happen.
I know it's early, but compared to what you guys ran under Plow and Cutter, how different is this offense going to be?
I'm not sure 100%. I mean, like you said, this is real new for us. We're going step by step. You don't just jump in and just start trying to learn all the concepts. I mean, you got to know the foundation, know the structure, everything. So we're kind of trying to find the structure first, make sure we got the basics right before we just hop into real deep into the playbook for real.
So I know you got banged up last year, but you looked at like the offense throughout the course of the year, and I mean, you guys obviously had to adjust multiple times throughout the year. Was there a game last year though where it looked like that's what you guys think it'll look like, in terms of whether it be Taylor throwing the ball, running the ball, whatever it might be? Is there a game last year that stands out to you, like kind of want it to look like that?
I mean, no, not really. I mean, we go into a game plan every week, just based off who we're playing, what we got to do to get the dub for that week. So every team's going to be different. Our team's different. No team's going to be the same as it was the year before. So, no, I can't really say that for sure, but I just know we're going to go in and we're gonna have a plan for each week to execute.
The day you stepped on campus, if someone said you're going to be here for another 6 years, what would you have thought?
Well, in 2018, I don't think that's possible. So, but with this COVID year, I mean, it's a real blessing, and I'm really thankful for it to be able to come out and have another year to play.
3 years ago today, Kobe Bryant died. Did that impact you at all? Were you a Kobe guy?
I mean, I think everybody is, you know what I mean? But I remember when it happened, like I didn't believe it. I was, nah, that's fake, and I was kind of, I don't know what you call it, but I didn't believe it for a while. Then when I found out to be true, I mean, it was just like damn, like I don't know what to say, but that's somebody that I think he, cause we watch his videos. Watch his interviews and how he had that certain mentality when he stepped on the field or on the court. How he had that mentality off the court, was always working, and so I think that's somebody that really any athlete kind of looks up to and mods or use that for motivation.
Seems like every year there's more Texas guys on this roster. How do you guys push yourselves, and what does it mean to you to have so many guys from your home state here playing in Boise?
I think it just speaks a lot about the program. I mean, for somebody to come all the way from Texas, all the way to Idaho, Boise, Idaho, I think it speaks volume. Like, me personally, and I think we're talking to other people from Texas, they feel the culture, they feel the love that the team brings, the city brings. And so, it's a good feeling to know that, this is something that I'm a part of, something that's bringing people from, thousands of miles away up here to make their new home, and they're feeling comfortable doing it. So. It's just a good feeling to know that I'm a part of a family, a community, and a team that's comfortable with people from way out the state.
Is there a big group of you guys that are going to get together and kind of work when you guys are at home?
We always try to find work. The thing with Texas is really big, so being from Texas doesn't mean you're just 20 minutes away. So we always try to find a midpoint where we can meet and work. And, we always try to do our best to try to meet up and, see each other around.
Steph, as you go into year 6, what do you know now that you didn't know, when you first got here that might make you a better football player? And, down to prehab, rehab, how you're going to approach your, 5th, 6th spring here. What do you know now that you didn't know then that will make you better?
Every detail matters. I think this is something that everybody, when they move levels from high school to college, and then even talking to people like Shaq and the people that's in the next league, every detail, the smallest things begin to matter more. And so I try to focus on that a lot more. The smallest things, like you said, rehab, prehab. 18 years old, you really don't got to worry about that. But now I make sure I keep my body right. I make sure I'm eating right, drinking water. Making sure when I work out, I'm focusing on the smallest details and making sure I'm getting everything in line to be able to, translate that to the field this year.
You mentioned Taylor. What is the most exciting way about the way, how you guys are attacking January? Maybe, compared to last January or the January before, what's the most exciting thing about the way you're attacking this January with him?
Just the year he's had, I think he's coming in a lot more confidence. He's being a lot more vocal. A bigger leader, coming last year, I think he was he a redshirt freshman. He still was talking to us but now I'm thinking he's knowing okay, he's in that leader role. He needs to, bring in the younger guys too as well, show them the ropes, and we're focusing a lot more on our pass game and our connection and stuff, but he's also focusing a lot more on how he needs to run and lead the team as well.